Hello everyone, my name is Anubha Taneja and I'm Member Secretary for Thalassemia Patients Advocacy Group, which is called TPAG in short. TPAG was really formed in 2017. It was launched by Delhi's Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. Manish Sisodia. And the mission of TPAG is to protect the overall interests of thalassemics in India and to prevent thalassemia. So before understanding what exactly is the thalassemia scenario in India, I feel it's important to understand where has this condition or disorder come from. What's the background of this disorder? So thalassemia, as the name suggests, it has come from the Mediterranean countries and it's spread across the globe. It started from the Mediterranean and through invasions, it spread across the globe. And because it's a genetic blood disorder, when invaders came and they married within their own communities, the disease really spread. And that's how India finally became the thalassemia capital of the world. And today, as on date, 10 to 20,000 patients of thalassemia get added to India's kitty every year. Not only that, about 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs patients of thalassemia like myself who are completely dependent on blood transfusions, fortnightly blood transfusions for the whole of their lives, they are still in India. And that's what the scenario of thalassemia is there. But having said that, there are many preventive drives which are going on across the world to curb thalassemia. In India too, but I think a lot more can be done towards thalassemia. At the outset, I would like to mention that we have come a very long way when it comes to policy implementation, policy formulation with regard to thalassemia and other hemoglobinopathies. There was a time when people knew nothing about thalassemia, including the policymakers. I'm talking about 1980s, 1990s, where one had to really go to the policymaker and spend a lot of time just explaining to the policymaker what thalassemia is and what it means. Even doctors, they would not take so much interest in thalassemia. But I'm extremely pleased to share that in the past few years, let's say from 2013, 2014, I'll give you an example that while I get tested blood, I get RBCs, packed cells, somebody sitting in Jharkhand gets whole blood, which is not the recommended type of blood. So these are some of the examples of how, in spite of there being robust policies, so policy is not a problem for thalassemia. I'm very delighted to share that TPAG in its third year of existence only would be participating in Asia Pacific Patient Innovation Summit 2021, which will be scheduled from 2nd March to 4th March 2021. Now, the beauty of this particular summit and why I'm so excited about this summit is because it is by patients, of patients, for patients, which essentially means that the summit has been designed by patient organizations like Thalassemia Patient Advocacy Group. We have about 5 patient organizations which cater to disorders ranging from rare cancers to disabilities, patient alliances, etc. They came together and actually designed and crafted these sessions, which you will see rolling out from 2nd March to 4th March. Now, my focus area during APIS is very interesting. I have always, in my personal capacity as a lawyer and also in my capacity as Member Secretary of TPAG, always advocated for inclusion of patients in policy making and policy implementation. The very fact that I'm sitting here and the very fact that many of my colleagues are doctors, lawyers, engineers, genetic engineers, means that they have developed the capability and competence to participate in policy making. What I want to labor here, the point that I want to drive home, is that it is because of the investment of the policymakers of this country in thalassemics that we are sitting here today and we are competent lawyers and doctors. then why wouldn't you give us a chance to partner in policy making? Because we know our business the best. So instead of being perceived as victims, instead of being perceived as beneficiaries, I truly believe that we should be viewed as partners. Therefore, during the APIS sessions, I'll be talking a lot about participation in policy making, why patients should play a very positive and constructive role in policy making. During these sessions, we will have participants from Niti Aayog, which is the government's premier think tank. We'll have participants from WHO, and we'll also have participants from corporate sector. This is just to drive home the message and bring out the beauty of partnership. How everybody can really get together and participate in policy making and policy implementation, not only for thalassemia, but in general. And I will urge the government, and my final prayer to the government in and outside APIS would be to view patients not only as victims and beneficiaries of the policies, but also competent people who can partner in policy making. I'm very delighted with the past 3 years of TPAG's journey. With the kind of limited bandwidth that we had in past 3 years, the way in which we've been able to expand to the entire country, we have about 35 members across the country. I'm very happy with the kind of progress we have made, especially in the form of visibility that we have got with partnership from the corporate sector, from the government, our inclusion in the disability law, and also our inclusion in deliberations on disability and other matters of relevance to thalassemia.